Good morning. I have a lot to do today. Everything has to be watered. Good morning, my beautiful chickens. Good morning, hens. Good morning, big boy. These guys are really dry. Usually don't have to water them this much. I mean, really dry. Okay, so I think I'm done with my potted plants now. She just landed right in front of me. So cool. This morning I'm going to go ahead and pull back the fences, do a little weed eating, and water my peas. Give them a good drink this morning. We're actually starting to get some peas. I'm very excited. Everything looks pretty good. I am going to go through here with a weed eater a little bit because I see a lot of weeds. So I've completed my watering and my weed eating, and I also gave myself a little room to work down through here. But I want to come down through here and finish this. At some point we need to pull up these stakes, but right now with it being so dry it would be impossible trying to pull them up right now, so that's going to be for another day. I have to brag about my weed eater. I believe for me it's the most important tool on the farm. I use it for everything. I mean, literally everything. It's actually starting to get really warm. It's a beautiful day though. It's only 79, but I've worked up a nice sweat and a nice appetite, so I'm gonna go eat my breakfast. I've been working on my weed eating today, knocking down some of these vines and high grass off of these stakes where we had our tomatoes, and I found some really interesting things. Some of these tomatoes are still trying to stay alive and even have little buds on them. But the really coolest thing that I found is down here is a surviving pepper plant, which is really cool. Here's another one. And another one, but I hit it with the weed whacker, so we'll see. And I'm weed eating through my field, and I find a whole little cluster of these little mushrooms. There's a pair. There's like 4 of them here. Pretty cool. Well, that is interesting. Well, today's been a day of leisure, so to speak. We got up this morning, got dressed, and went to the market to get a few things, mostly honey. We run out of honey quite a bit. It would be wise to invest in some hives, but I'm going to have to wait until springtime. It's a little later in the afternoon, and I went ahead and let all the chickens out. I guess today I'm going to go ahead and tell the story of tell the second story of my chicken processing fail, and this story is going to be about Todd. Poor Todd. That's Todd on the right. Compared to the other two, he's small, but he's a lot heavier than I had anticipated, which caused the problem. I managed to finally get brave enough to come out here and try to start processing chickens. I have too many roosters still, but at the time we had 4, so one of them had to go. Actually, 2 of them had to go, and I chose Todd first. So again, I came out here, and after chasing him around and failing to catch him, I got a net. So I got the net, chased him around a little, and managed to catch him with the net. So that was great. It was a lot easier. However, every time I pull out the net, he runs and hides. So that won't work a second time, I don't think. So I pull him out, and I put him upside down, and I'm thinking that I can grab him by the neck, give him a couple of twirls, snap his neck, and that would be the end of it. So that's what I attempted to do. I grabbed him by the neck with one hand. I attempted to sling him around in a circle, and I did this very awkward large circle. I did it again. I could feel his vertebrae popping in my hand, and I'm like, okay, that's it. And I drop him on the ground. He jumps up and runs away. My first mistake, I realize afterwards, or actually during, is that he's heavier than I had anticipated. I should have used both hands, not one hand. The second problem is that even though I felt his vertebrae slip, they did not crack. They never separated. And then the third was dropping him and letting him run away. But since he did, and he lived, he gets to stay. He has been reprieved. I have decided that Todd gets to stay and Big Boy gets to stay, and that although Rob is a very pretty bird, he's probably going to go next unless I can find someone who needs a nice, pretty, healthy rooster for their hens. So right now I have 3 roosters, and it'll probably stay that way until, I don't know, I might just always have 3 roosters, which is a good excuse to get more hens. However, yeah, I have more eggs than I can eat now as it is, but we'll see. We will see. So if you want to see what happens, you're going to have to come back. So like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload videos. Right now I'm doing pretty good. I'm uploading on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. So I'd like to keep up that schedule, and so far I'm doing a pretty good job, and I think I can continue with that. There's a lot that goes on the farm. So you have a great day. Hope to see you soon.